Hello everybody, I'm JackieKCooper here with
Amber Howell.
and it is Tell All Tuesday.
It is.
And we're going to tell all about your big race.
About my big 5K.
5K.
I ran 3.1 miles on Saturday morning. And
now, when you say you ran 3.1, it wasn't like on a track and you went round and round.
No.
This was through the streets of Perry?
It was through the streets of where we live, yes. And I started off...
Was it near your house?
Fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds. Oh, Fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds, yeah.
Outside the city limits.
Yeah.
Sorry. All close. Okay.
Close.
But it's south.
Yeah. So I started off really strong. I almost ran my fastest mile ever for the first mile. And that was because all the really, really good runners were subconsciously setting the pace for me. And I was going way too fast for my own self. So I ran the first mile in 8 minutes and 58 seconds.
That's better than Ava's mile.
Ava runs like a 7:30.
Oh, Ava's gotten better.
I'll get there one day. But that was way too fast to keep that up for the whole race. So my second and third mile were about either a little under or right at 10 minutes. So I finished with a 9:45 average pace, which is pretty good for my first race.
How many people were in this race?
200, and I came in.
Are you kidding me?
It was like 204, I think. And you want to know something funny? I came in 102nd, which means that I'm the most average person out there. Which is kind of funny.
And it was male and female.
Male and female. Mm-hmm.
How old and how young?
I think they had different age groups. But
they did?
Mm-hmm. They had different age groups.
Why did they do that?
To keep it fair. Like the first finisher in like the 60 and over category. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say that the fastest time was like 16 minutes. It was a man. But
Are you talking about the over 60 group?
No, in the whole thing.
Oh, he ran the whole thing in 16 minutes. Because I thought you
not the pace.
You were talking averages. Yours was 9 something, and I thought his was 16. That doesn't sound very good to me.
Right? Yeah. No, he finished it in 16 minutes. So he probably had what's that math?
You finished in like 29.
29. Well, let me tell you, Jackie. So I was coming around the very
a half
last
hour.
Yeah, a little under. I was
3
coming
miles
around
in a half hour. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, let me tell you this funny story. I was coming around the last corner, and I could see Cody and my family at that corner. They were clapping, but I was out of breath, and I couldn't stop to high five them or anything because I had to keep going. I turn the corner, and I see the big clock, and I see that the timer is at like 29:48, and I look at that clock, and I say, I am not gonna make it into the 30s. So I sprinted that last straightaway.
Go on.
Jackie, I finished in at 29:56. So I finished in under 30 minutes. And that my 2 goals kind of were don't walk and
No, 3 goals.
Oh, what was the other one? Oh, well, let me tell you.
Hawaii.
Oh yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, I didn't win. I didn't win, so I'm not going to Hawaii, unfortunately. But my other
Cody
2
didn't jump up and say, it doesn't matter, we're still going to Hawaii.
No, unfortunately not. I was kind of hoping he would. But my goals were don't walk, and if you can, finish in under 30 minutes. So
you met both of them.
I met both.
And what got me was you're still a happy runner.
I'm still a happy runner. I love running.
You posted the picture and you were like...
I did have a smile on my face.
You did.
Not during the race, though, because it was hot and humid.
I thought it rained Saturday morning.
It was overcast.
Okay.
But
that was good.
Yeah. But the first mile it felt nice. But the last mile and a half, I was drenched in sweat. And I don't ever sweat. But it was fun, and I'm going to continue to do it.
The last time I ran...
You ran?
Like when I was in OTS for the Air Force, Officer Training School, sent us out to San Antonio, Texas. And we had to run a mile.
In how many minutes?
Didn't have a limit. You just had to run a mile.
Okay.
You had to get from point A to point B.
And did you do it?
And there was a mile. And I had this drill instructor who was the nicest guy. Mm-hmm. He was super nice. And he said, you can do it.
They're encouraging? I thought they just kind of yelled.
No, this was officer training school, and it was,
okay.
They treated us really nice.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad.
But he was, you can do it. I know you can do it. And I'm like, no. I can't do it.
What, do you remember your time?
No, what I remember is when I crossed the mile mark, he was standing there and he said, I told you could do it. It sounds so bad. And I went,
oh, you
all over his shoes.
Oh, goodness. Oh, speaking of throwing up,
there was people throwing up?
There was a little boy that got sick right in front of me.
Oh!
And I was like, oh, don't look, because I would have gotten sick. I had to keep going. I couldn't look, I just had to keep going. But the funny thing about that is he still beat me.
He did?
He did.
The little sick boy?
The little 12-year-old boy, yeah. By just a few minutes, though. So maybe just
a few minutes?
By a minute, I think. I think he felt better after that.
This is one thing I love about your family. But y'all are so supportive of each other. And Ava was there, and Cody was there, and your mom and your dad was there. I didn't see Trevor.
Trevor wasn't there, but I'm going to make him run with us when we go to the beach. So
you know, running on sand is harder than
I'm not going to run on the sand. I'm going to run to get coffee
on
the sidewalk. So don't you worry.
I just thought, walking on the beach is
hard.
The sand pulls you down.
It does. I will not be running in the sand.
But
don't you worry.
You've got your eye on future marathons.
Half marathon. I have my eye on the Disney half marathon in February.
Just saying, Vicky would be running along the side.
It might make it easier to be running through a Disney park, wouldn't you think? Because that would be way more exciting.
Is that what they do? Mm-hmm. They run through the Disney park.
You get to run through the Disney park. Should I do it, Jackie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, will you come watch me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. See you there.
Yeah. I'll have all my surgery over by then.
That's right. You'll be good to go.
I'll be good to go.
You can sit at the finish line and watch me cross it.
And see, here she comes.
Yeah.
Here she comes.
You can, that'd be so fun. Let's do it. All right, deal. Let's shake on it. All right. See you there.
It just amazes me that you have persisted with this and still are as enthusiastic as you were at the very first time.
I've shocked myself. I've never been a runner and I've always hated running. I don't know what's gotten into me. I guess it's that runner's high that they talk about.
Switching from really good was now that we're taping this for next week, but Brian Wilson died. Do you know who that was?
I don't, but he has something to do with the Beach Boys.
He was one of the founding members of the Beach Boys.
Was he a
singer, composer?
Okay.
And somebody wrote that must be close to my age, and they said the Beach Boys were the soundtrack to my youth.
Were they popular in the 60s?
They were popular in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and even bordering on the 70s. Mm. You know, they had just one hit song after another, and John Stamos played drums for them every once in a while.
Really?
He would tour with them and play drums.
Here's why I know the Beach Boys, because they mentioned the Beach Boys in an episode of Full House one time, and that's how I know the Beach Boys, and that's why I've always associated the Beach Boys with Full House.
Well, then after the Beach Boys were still performing, but then Brian Wilson's daughter, Carney Wilson, she and a cousin and a friend formed a group called Wilson Phillips.
Okay, never heard.
And they had several hit songs, and so she kind of carried the music forward. Mm. And there was a group way back when the Beach Boys called the Mamas and the Papas. Have you ever heard the Mamas and the Papas?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, anyway, the Phillips part of the Wilson Phillips group was the daughter of one of the members of the Mamas and the Papas. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But that music was just, it was still popular. The Beach
that was
Boys,
in that would have been your teens, right?
Oh, the 50s were my teen years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And 60s were college years. Mm-hmm. And
so that's an integral part of your life right there.
And There was another singer back then who, the girl that I was dating, she loved Johnny Mathis. Did you ever hear any Johnny Mathis?
I know Johnny Cash.
No, Johnny Mathis just sang romantic songs.
Okay.
I was watching TV the other day. They said, Johnny Mathis just finished his last tour. He's retiring.
How old is he?
90.
What? How old is Willie Nelson?
Willie Nelson is like 94, I think.
And he's still
touring.
He is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like those people look at me and they say, what is that man doing on
Jackie,
TV?
you're not a day over 25.
In my heart.
In your heart. You're only as old as you
I
feel.
just stay with you.
That's right. We're on the same wavelength.
I'm keeping up with you.
That's right.
No,
that's right.
That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I've asked you this before, but when you were in high school, who was the predominant background music?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. And Taylor Swift.
Taylor.
That was like when she released like one of her most popular albums, 1989.
What album was that for her?
That was her 5th album? Was that 5? What's your favorite genre?
Of music?
Yeah.
Country.
Okay.
I like country a lot. You don't like it, but I do.
No.
At pop.
Pop.
Yep.
Like Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind?
Pop and like alternative.
What does that mean?
Like the band Camino, you know, my favorite
Your
band.
favorite band, yeah.
Them. I wouldn't classify them, especially their older stuff, as really pop. More like alternative
but is it singable?
rock. Yeah. It's not like robotic.
All right. Amber, I have talked to you about we need to get you on American Idol.
Oh boy.
Before you age out.
I'm running out of time.
Yes. I mean, if you can run, you can sing. But I've got a new thing for us to do.
Okay. One more thing on the list.
You know how crazy I am about food shows?
Yeah.
I love food shows.
Yeah.
And there's a food show called MasterChef.
Okay.
And non-professionals
go on there?
Go and try out, and then the top 12 or 14 get picked, and then they compete, and then at the very end, the Master Chef.
Are you about to ask me to go cook on that show?
No. They just started a new season.
Okay.
And it's duos.
You want me and Cody to go on the show? Me and you to go on the show?
Wouldn't it be great?
Do you cook?
No.
Me neither. We would not win.
But I was watching it last night, and I thought, Amber and I could do that.
All right, let's sign up. Just sign us up.
I thought Gordon Ramsay, he'd be so charmed.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
We would just keep everything going good.
I agree. We would be comedic relief.
Let me tell you, though, I can make hamburgers.
Okay. I can't make anything.
I can make really good hamburgers. And me and my hamburgers that I can cook. A friend of mine did a celebrity cookbook.
Okay.
He was in Atlanta, and he interviewed different. And he comes to me and said, I want to include your recipe.
For your hamburgers?
Whatever I wanted. But I don't think of myself as a celebrity. I sure didn't then. I wasn't doing YouTube or anything. I was just writing in the newspaper and doing that. But anyway, there is a book out there with Jackie's hamburger recipe.
Wow, your claim to fame.
My claim to fame.
It's not your YouTube, it's not your TV days, it's your hamburger recipe.
It's just my hamburger recipe. So we could go on MasterChef.
Okay, and make your hamburgers.
And make hamburgers.
All right, I'm down.
You could slice the tomatoes and...
I'm down.
Sign
us up.
Would that not be fun?
It would be fun. And you know what that has me thinking about?
What?
We need to do another video of us taste testing something around town.
I know it.
If that's what you want to see, let us know.
I was thinking the other night, I do all my heavy thinking at night, but I could see us, you're driving, I'm in the passenger seat, and Lauren and Andrea Walker lined up
in the back seat. I am totally down for that.
And we're doing French fries.
French fries.
And because we just get them and pass them around, everybody takes a French fry and decides.
Call up everybody else, let them know that we're doing that, and let's do it.
Well, you get back from the beach, and I'll get back from the surgery, and
we'll do it.
But I had that in my mind. I could just see the video. Ooh.
I think it would be funny.
I do too.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Put it on the calendar.
Okay. One last thing. I think it's one last thing. And look at my notes here that I had. Yeah. As we're taping this is before the weekend. This airs right after the weekend. But it snuck up on me. There is a movie called, where is it? Materialist. And it's by a director by the name of Celeste Song.
Okay.
And she directed a movie last year called Past Lives, which I'm going to put on the list of
Must-watch movies.
Must watch.
Can you go ahead and start that list, by the way? Okay, thank you.
You're not going to watch it at the beach. You're going to be...
I'll be reading, though.
You'll be
I'll be reading that book.
That's right. But anyway, she did the movie Past Lives, which I loved. I thought it was just a great movie. And she's got this one. It's got Dakota Johnson. I am a big Dakota Johnson fan.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm. Big names.
So I can't wait to see it.
That's on your list for...
It's on my list yet to watch. For that. And, I'm excited because they're sneaking out some good movies.
Mm-hmm. And we weren't, after we read that list earlier this year, I feel like you weren't that excited about the lineup. But now you are.
And let me tell you, people have, you were talking about the night you went to the movie and every parking space was taken.
Yeah.
But the combination of Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible, Final Destination, Thunderbolts, Sinners, I mean, it has made it one of the best summer box offices in a while.
I need to see 3 of those 5 movies. And you want to know what they are?
Mission Impossible.
Yep.
Final Destination.
Yep.
What's the third one?
Sinners. Michael B. Jordan?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
He's twins.
Did you just ruin it for me?
No, he's twins from Star of the Movie.
Okay. All right. Well, did you like Sinners?
I liked it a whole lot when I saw it, and then the more I thought about it, the less I began to tear it apart.
Okay. Well, I think it's on streaming, so I can just watch it
It's in the movie theater.
Oh, still?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll just do like a, what do you call that? A
triple feature.
A triple feature.
Triple feature.
Yeah.
Boy. Come on, Cody, we can go see 3 movies.
Cody would absolutely hate that.
You are spending too much time with Jackie Cooper.
That's what he will say, for sure. For sure.
Well,
all right.
I hope y'all out there are going to see some good movies, and I hope you're picking up on Amber's enthusiasm for running. And you're also now doing
strength training.
Strength training.
I'm going to be so fit. That's a joke. I'm just trying to stay healthy, and I'll let the viewers know I've been doing this, and I have not had a migraine in 2 months.
That is the best news ever.
Because I've had migraines ever since we started working together.
I know.
Chronic migraines.
She didn't tell me this during the interview.
No, I did not let him know about my migraines.
Say, I am subject to migraines.
No. He would have not hired me. You know, get out. No, but I know I've mentioned it a few times.
That is such good news.
Yeah,
it really is.
I know I've mentioned it a few times on YouTube, so I figured that's the update I wanted to share. So yeah, we'll keep running and working out for the rest of my life if I have to. Keep those headaches away.
Keep those headaches away. Absolutely.
Right.
Well.
Anyway.
This has been Jackie K. Cooper here with
Amber Howell.
And this has been Tell All Tuesday.